that are watching this back, this is the live stream of today. So we are continuing over in this Find Colour Fluorescence by GuGeLi or GuGeLi. Hiya, Dash. And this is part 2, technically, but it will come up as your part 3. Hiya, hiya, hi, Be Bright and Natalia, Morticia, yoo-hoo. Oh, no. Hi, Joey. Hi, everyone. So, yeah, we're back now. Hey, Louise. Yeah, I just thought it would be easier for whoever did win the giveaway to find it that way instead of trailing through a whole live stream. So, a lot easier for everybody. Hi, Lulu. Hi, Loretta, Charlotte, Pamela, Tammy. Yeah, I've just messaged her as well. Hi, I think Pickle did. Hi, Charlotte. Pickle. Yeah, I think Pickle messaged. There she is, and Sky. Sky. So we've got 2 Skies now that watch it. Sky Dreaming Colour. Hi, Kenny. Yeah, Sky knows. I messaged her. I said, you won. You're like, no way. I was like, yes way. Yeah, so I'll get that out. So thank you so much to Melody as well. Bless her. Okay, so we're going to be continuing in this picture. Oh, you messaged something. Yeah, Brenda, not too bad. Yeah, Morticia, I do. But I thought, thank you, Tammy. I thought being that if I do it on a live stream, as I usually do, one, I wanted to get on for 4 o'clock, and the only way to do that was quickly go live. And also, it's easier for someone to find if I just categorized it very quickly. But we're back, and we're going to dive in. So we were using the Caran d'Ache Supracolors. Thanks, Connie. And we based this paneling. We're not done. You know, we've still got to do. Oh crap! Sorry. We've still got to do all of our complete details, complete shading, and any extras on it as we go along. But you got to start somewhere, right? So the picture that I was kind of using as a reference for the paneling in terms of the colours was this. Hi, May. Yeah, I know. I've really loved them, Beth. Hey again, Michelle. So when you think about colour-wise, it's good to have a reference. I don't want that to have a shine. Now, I'm thinking about putting a texture in the middle as there is on this one. So if I zoom right in, you can see there's like a detailing in the panel. Okay, Marie, you lurk away, my dear. But we'll leave it for now. Your blanket. Hi, Canvas and Colour. Hi, babes. I love it. All right, so we're just going to go straight in there. Now, the colour scheme that I've got in mind for this girl, I'm keeping with this sort of oriental theme, as I said on my last streams. And I'm using this book as reference for colour, although it's not in this particular book. So when I look at Asian dress and oriental dress, I'm looking at a lot of reds. And you'll see that there is a big theme around red dress, you know, a lot. So I'm going to do that on her as well. Hi, Danny. Oh, Beth, I know. Hey, hello, back again. Hi, Kate. So we're going to go for that. Now, I have got the Caran d'Ache Supracolors in front of me. I'm going to turn up the... We're zoomed pretty well today, and I've not zoomed you in one more, but it might also go a little bit blurred. Hiya, Roaster. Hope you're well. Okay, so the reds that I really like, and a really vibrant red, is the ruby red, and there's also Scarlet, and there's another red in the anniversary set, which is called Red Lake Safflower. So they're the kinds of reds that I'm looking at. Now, if we need to put any detailing in, we're going to go in there with our Prismacolors just for details, but we're going to pretty much use our reds for now. I've just pulled 3 out. The ruby red has got a pink tint, so maybe we'll leave that. Hi, Nick and Tina. Hiya, Honey Loves to Craft. Wow, welcome over. I hope you have a good time. So those that are watching this back, this is a live chat. I've been asked so many times, you know, where do I open it? So if you open the video, underneath there will be like, share, live chat. Open the live chat and you can follow along. I have changed my jumper because I get so hot under the studio light. Hi Becky Z, hi Jude, hi everyone, welcome over on this Saturday. So yeah, I had to. I get so hot in that. Yeah, there's so many. There are so many. And as I say, guys, you are welcome to share your channels. Honestly, I've got no problem in that. Right. So I'm going to get myself my reference book. Bear with me. Bear with me. Just 2 seconds. And if there's any problems with the picture, with the sound, shout it out at me, because it's horrible for you to view if it's not looking right or sounding right. So I always say just shout it out at me. Now, I have the Supracolor tones in here. There we go. Just bring, hiya Vimpit. That's okay, my dear. So the Supracolors, if you've not seen them, are a water-soluble pencil. They are so pigmented and so vibrant. And I really like the mix that you can get with them as well. So if you haven't already, grab yourself one of these aquarelle boards, or you can get one with any kind of tooth. The other side has got smooth. And what it does, if you put it to the side with tooth, if I just show you, it picks it up, picks the pencil, and you can mix on your board as opposed to going straight in. But we're going to go straight in for now, but we can come back to that because that's always a handy little thing. I was so warm. How are you, Jill? Ah, that's nice. So I hope you're all having a good Saturday so far. I've been touched with lasyitis today, which is a common disease. Lasyitis is a common disease that strikes me every now and then, and I can't be bothered to move. All right, so has anyone else got lasyitis this Saturday? Because I certainly have. So I've picked up Scarlet, and are you all good in your screens? Hey, Susie. Oh, it's good to hear that you're home, and I hope that you just rest. Hello, Marianne. Hi, Donna. I'm okay. Thank you. I'm okay. Right. So I picked up Scarlet Red in the Caran d'Ache Supracolors. Are you just... Oh, Tracy, trust me. That's me. Lasyitis is so common today, I'm telling you. Everyone I've spoken to has been touched with it. Okay, so I'm going to go over, and if you're asking me how I use them, I'm not a professional, but this is just how I've taken the time to learn them. I truly believe, and I'm an advocate of, if you get the things, just try your best to just take some time out. Don't worry about, you know, doing an extravagant picture. Just see what you can do with them. Hey again, Dar. Yeah, we're all praying for your recovery. You don't have to be Picasso. You know, people have an expectation and say, but mine doesn't look like the last person's, or mine doesn't look like how I had it envisioned in my head, or they never do at first, you know, and I'm still learning, and I say it to you all the time. That's why I say I'm not a professional. I'm not an artist. I just pick up knowledge and share. Now, if you are for the first time using water-soluble pencils, there is a lot of YouTubers, May is one of them that uses them a lot too, that can head you in the right direction of techniques, etc. And also just ask people in the community, because there's so many people. So what I've found personally, is don't go right to the middle heavy. Go from your edging and drag your pigment down when wet. So I'm putting kind of around where I want this to be. And I can go in again. And that's the good thing with water soluble, is that you can go in again. You don't have to go down with one layer. You let it dry, you go again. Yeah, she does amazing. Aww. Okay, so this, as I said, if you want me to at any point repeat colours, let me know. This one is Scarlet in the Caran Dash Supracolors. These are a water soluble pencil, but you can use them dry as well. So you can, to me, they're a dual purpose. I love them dry and I love them wet. Now, this paper in this book is very, very textured, very toothy, and you will find that your colouring will go down as such. It will be textured. That's why I'm using the water soluble to start with, because then we've got a good base going. Hi, Mum. Yeah, I'm back. Mum's always late. Oh, no, Becky. Tabby, I'm telling you. A pickle. I'm thinking maybe a tabby. I'm not sure. Or maybe grey. I'm not sure yet. It will come to me as I finish. I'm leaving the cat till last, as you probably guessed, right? I just can't do it. I can't face fur, but we're gonna. But you know what I'm like. You know what I'm like by now. Fur is my nemesis. And I'm the first to hold my hands up on that. You know, I don't say that I'm confident in something if I'm not. Fur, We've all got that nemesis in colouring, and mine is fur. Hands down. Hi, Kobe. Oh, I wish you better. No. Hi, Pat. A hairless cat, Jude, sounds good to me. Sounds brilliant. I love it, but it's already got fur there, so I'm in a bit of a pickle. You know that one, pickle. Okay, so you can see how much I'm putting down. I'm barely putting down, right? You don't put down much. Grab yourself paper towel. This is a zig detailer. I've put all of the details of the book, the products, everything on the last stream. So you can always go there. Remember, if there's anything for me, pop it in caps so it catches my eye. You found the solution to fur. What's your solution? Leave it till last or leave it till later. Or avoid. Mine's avoid. You think, you know, this is skin. Oh, no, you can do skin. Okay. Now, what I'm going to do is play with the pigment around the edge and drag to the middle and have a variation of like light and dark. So you can see already it brings it to life. I love these pencils. Love them. Now, if you've got Albert Durers, you can do them with those. You don't have to have the Caran d'Ache Supracolors, but if you were going to ask my opinion, because I've tested, I've done pictures in both, which I would prefer. If you want a more of a budget-friendly one, go for the Albert Durers. You don't have to buy these, you know. They all do the same thing, but these are much more pigmented. So we're just, this is our first base of colour. For some reason it's looking a bit orangey, but it's not, it's red. Okay, why is that looking orange? Bear with me, everyone. Maybe it's that. Okay, so we're going to go in with a few layers. We're going to start off with our first layer of pencil, and we're going to build up. Now, this part of where there's a crease and a bit more of a shadow, we're going to put anyway. We'll come back with detail. So I'm playing with the pigment around the edge. I'm wiping off and I'm dragging to the middle. And you'll see there's a big difference between dragging and having a fade out and the edge where you've got the most of the colour. And this is just how I've, you know, picked up knowledge. Now, honestly, everyone has a different experience with them and no one's wrong. Everyone's got their own, you know, faults, opinions on products. That's why I don't review. If you want a great review channel, go over to Colour with Claire. She does reviews on pencils and products and books, all of it. I do the colouring side and give you my opinion as I stream. Hi, Katie, coffee mug. It is lovely. This is just kitchen rug. Okay, so again with this part, we're going to go in again with another round of colour, another round of red, but less is best to start. Don't worry too much about the trimming because that's going to be a different colour altogether. But you see what I mean by, yeah, she's brilliant. She is. She's got great reviews and she's one of the originals. I call her one of the OGs because she was doing reviews when I started colouring, you know. We were around the same time. Hey, superhero, you need help or is that hello? Superhero Sharon. Okay. Now that was Scarlet. I'm going to come over to this is out of the limited edition set. And this is Red Lake Safflower. Now the next way to do things, as I said, is down on your board. Well, I'm going to show you that bit now. And grab pigment off your board. Now this is a bit deeper. So now you can start to come in and deepen up. And when you need to wipe off and drag, you know, it really is. It's so relaxing. So relaxing. And it's a joy. And I can't love this hobby any more than I already do. It's so refreshing to me to watch. May calls it magic, and it simply is. It's like magic on a page. What pencils am I using, my dear? It is the Supracolor Caran-d'Ache. Oh, they're great. Okay, Charlotte, you take care. Have a great day. Okay, so I'm going to bring my board over that side and my tissue up there. So I'm grabbing the colour. I will tell you the colours as sorry, I haven't done the cards for these yet. This one is Red Lake Safflower and it is 570. If you're in the UK and you want to buy singles of the Supracolors by Caran-d'Ache, go to the coloured pencil shop. They sell them in singles so you can have a go of them without buying an entire set. Get a gist of how they work for you, whether you like them, and then you can go from there. And it's a good way to know whether or not it's something that you want to invest in. Oh, thank you. Give up on the colour. What, you're giving up on the typing? No, don't give up. We like to have you type and talk. You know what these computers are like. They make us sound illiterate, don't they? Okay. Down again. I'm going to wipe and drag. See the difference? So how deep that is. Now, I've not put any extra details down. All I'm doing at this minute in time is the water medium. So it really is. I love it. So we're going to drag some more pigment, and the color that I'm currently using, this is the rough texture, is Red Lake Safflower 570. And this side I'm going to do a bit darker because I should imagine that she's going to have a little bit of a shadowing that side. If I'm thinking correctly. Okay. So again, I'm also going to drag that down into the middle. This paper is amazing with a damp brush, not an oversaturated brush. It's damp. I've got water in the barrel, but I've not squeezed too much down. And this is performing like magic with a damp brush. I would highly recommend water medium in this book. I really would. over the Prismas, if I'm honest, because if you do Prismas alone, you're going to have a texture. If you want to get rid of that texture, I'd say go for your water mediums first. It's not a cutting board, no, it's the Caran d'Ache aquarelle board. It's for this particular thing that we're doing. Hi Susan, hi Lisa. Hi everyone that's joining me, happy Saturday. So just a reminder, if you're watching this back, you can open the live chat or you can just follow along. Entirely up to you how you would like to work it. So isn't that scrumptious? Again, I'm just going to bring a little bit more down there. And because it isn't overly wet, I can keep reintroducing a bit more at a time because it's soaking in the page. It's beautiful. Absolutely beautiful. So any tips that you want, just ask. I'll just give you what I can kind of help with. Thank you, Sharon. They're gorgeous. Oh, Dash, I've got lazy eyes today too, so don't worry. I love it. Okay, so just to show you against the sort of colour theme that we're going with at the minute. So we've got that really oriental. I think Melody said was it rosewood or something? I can't remember now. Yeah, hi Kimberly, how are you, sweetheart? Thanks, Mum. Aren't they just standing out? It's just gorgeous. So we're going to go in a bit more shading after. I've just changed as well, Tash. I absolutely love pajama days. So now with the skirt, I am going to do it in reds, but the skirt will be a little tad darker. So let that dry now. And we're going to go for, I'm so glad to hear that, Kimberly. So glad. 570, and I'm not going to go with the previous colour of Scarlet on this bit. I'm just going to go straight in. So I'm going to bring down in the creases. Now I'm going to have to wet my brush a little bit more and drag down the pigment. Now I'm going to wash this out towards the bottom because I'll come back. I'm going to come back. I'm going to reintroduce. You kind of got to be quick, but not like a whip it, because it will dry and it's harder to move. Whilst it's wet, it's easier. Bars. Yeah, I'm going to go back on that as well. Charlotte, you've got lazy eyes every day. Yeah, if anyone doesn't mind if someone asks what the pencils are and I haven't seen it, they're the Caran d'Ache Supracolors. Supracolor, the water soluble. Now it's the 120 set and then the anniversary set. So it's 150 I've got the selection of. If you are in the UK and you want a single shot, go to the coloured pencil shop and buy a few singles and you'll be able to test them out without investing in the entire set. Then if you fall in love with them, then you can buy the entire set and, you know, enjoy them. And you'll know that you'll enjoy them at that point, so you won't feel guilty. But I always say as well, just a little tip and how I did it in the beginning, is I bought singles in the colours that I use the most. And the reason why I do that is so that this is from Amazon, Charlotte. Amazon sell these. I'll put the link in the description once I'm done. I'm not an affiliate, guys, so you don't have to use my links. I put them there so you don't have to hunt down the product. It's easier. But yeah, what I was saying is, if you say, for instance, you do skin the most and you want to try out the polychromos, I'm just using them as an example. Grab your skin set, your skin colours. Ask us in the community which you would use or what you would recommend, and then grab those. And the reason for that is so that you use them, because if you buy random colours that you're not going to use, you're not going to get a good test of them. So at this minute in time, I'm not worrying about what it looks like on the skirt. I'm just getting the pigment on paper, and then I will go in and shade. Hope I'm explaining myself okay. So there is pleats, and we're going to come back to these pleats with a pencil that's dry. But for now, we need colour. We need colour. Okay. So when it's down there, you can pull, and this paper's toothy, so you can pull it right up. And just go back and pull some more, and just keep moving it. And that's the way to go. Oh, have you all seen, for Disney fans, I know we've got a few that aren't, they've released a Dumbo one. Thank you, Marie. Thank you so much, Becky. You're so sweet. Yeah, they are lovely. They are lovely. Who's got the Albert Durers, Faber-Castells? Try it with those as well. I'd say these are slightly more pigmented, but then Caran d'Ache generally is. But the Albert Durers are pretty good as well. If you've got those, you're halfway there, I'd say. Okay, so these are going to be a bit darker. So let's pull down some pigment. And let's pull that down into like a washed out look for a minute, because we're going to come back. We're going to layer up again. Yes, I absolutely love. I can't wait to watch that. You're halfway there. Honestly, they are just as good, but you just got to lay down a bit more with the Alberts. Oh no, I got that coming tomorrow. The families one. I love my Disney ones. Okay, so I'm just going to have to put this over there because I'm at an angle here. So I'm just going to pull down for the pleats, and we're going to come back with our detailing with pencil. So for now, let's get our water medium on there. Let's wipe off a bit and pull down some more colour. Do you want to flip through the Dumbo one if anyone that's interested? I'll do that at the end if you remind me. My brain's like a sieve, I'll have to be reminded. That came yesterday. And I've got one piece of Happy Mail to show as well. And I've stopped putting my wish list on because honestly, guys, I promise you that is not why I'm here. And I'm so thankful beyond words. Beyond, I can't even tell you that I am just grateful. I can't even, it's impossible to say. It really is. Okay, so I'm just putting that in here. Okay. Oh, Sharon, thank you so much. You're such a sweetheart. Thank you so much, Sharon. I'm going to try and get a heart in. Thank you. Okay, so we've got the water medium down, and these parts I'm going to do in like a gold, and I think I'm going to do, let me have a look at our reference. Oh, same here. Oh, Sharon, you're so sweet. Look at you. You're way too sweet. Our superhero. Okay, so let's have a look at our reference pictures. And when I've looked at the kind of dress, sometimes it's got some golds. Most of the time it's got golds. And other times it's got black and umbers and browns and yes, Dash, a new one coming out very, very shortly. Very shortly. Okay, so that's drying off a bit. So in her hair, these little tassels are going to be in exactly the same. So I'm going to come back to this one here. And the one that we are using currently is from the limited edition. Oh, no. I'm glad that you tried those, Kimberly. Because at least you know you can do even a very short interval. Did you enjoy it? Okay, so this one is the limited edition one from the 30th anniversary set, and it's 570. And we're also going to go like into her little bow in her hair. So I haven't done much in my spare time because of this, you know what's all is happening. I'm not going to, go into it too much, but I haven't done much in my spare time at all. So these are actually a really nice escape for me to come on and talk and engage and do something on paper and do something I love. So it's perfect. Perfect. Hey, I'm so happy for you. So you'll have to send me it, Kimberly, in an email. I want to see. Yes, I can't wait to see those as well, Honor. Honor just bought herself I don't even know how to call them. But they, the limon, how do you say them? Limoche, is that how you say it? The alcohol markers, they've got a water base. Okay, I'm just going to go slightly over again and just deepen up a little bit, especially to the side. You see the difference it makes, and pull some into the middle. Again, wipe off if you've got too much on your brush. It's a damp brush, and I'm just going to pour a little bit more in there. So it's nice and deep. Now what we'll do after, as that dries, we'll come back in with our dry pencil and shade and deepen it up. And a good way to shade on red is purple. Hey Candace, good to see you. I haven't seen you in a while. How are you doing? Candace is one of the mods at the Reading with Pugs group. Jen's group. And our lovely Jen, oh bless her heart. So the last time I spoke to you all, she'd lost Belle, and she lost little Bear, and I was telling you all to keep, her in your thoughts. And she's got a beautiful dachshund, if you go over to her social media, called Snow. Oh my gosh, I melted. See how deep that is. Hi Robin, good to see you. Yeah. So let me zoom out a minute. So you can see at a distance the top of it. Now the bottom we're really going to sort of work on. Now what I want to do with the bottom is bring in like a really nice deep, I know, isn't she just? And I was saying to everyone, poor Belle had passed away at that point. And she's got a gorgeous dachshund now. Oh, it just melts my heart. Okay, so also in the limited edition 30th anniversary set, I've got the Crimson Alizarin. You all laugh at me, I know you do. And I'm going to deepen up some of those creases before we go in with any other pencil dry. So the number of this, we're still on the Supracolors, I'm not using anything else at the moment, is 589. Hey Ashley, how are you? I know. I know. What's my favourite smell in a flower? I could tell you my most hated is lilies. My favourite would, oh, it's hard. Cherry blossoms. We've got a cherry blossom tree outside, and the smell of it is like perfume, and it's gorgeous. And a really nice deep rose if you smell when it's just come out into bloom. But I cannot stand the smell of lilies. The pollen is way too strong for me. I like the look of them, just don't like the smell of them. They take over the house. Okay, so I've got Crimson Alizarin at 589. And you can see that's a really deep colour. You see the difference? It's like a deep, deep red. So let's zoom in again once. I hope you're all with the ride. Hey, Leonie, good to see you. Good to see everyone I've not seen in a while. Hope you're all doing good. So this is going to be a nice deep. Can you see how deep that red is? That's like super deep. So wipe off any excess in between and pull that pigment down. Otherwise, it's going to overrun all of that. It's a really deep colour. So go to your board again. And just, I'm going to keep against these, keep this beside you at all times, against the pleats, and pull. And my brush is damp, not soaking wet. Peonies are lovely. I love roses. I love roses. So I'm just going to go to the very edge of this, and I'm going to add in on these creases as well. There's no method that's right or wrong. Go with what you are happy with, and I say that all the time to everyone. And you can always come in with detailing with a dry pencil after. So this isn't always going to be your final result. So keep to the pleats, I'd say, and pull. Hey, Gary. And just pull down the amount you want. So I'm going to come down to the bottom, and I'm going to bring in quite a bit there and pull it up. Now, my gel is quite dry because the paper is nice and thick, and it's like a sponge. If you want to dry it in between, you've got a heat gun, just blast it with that. So I'm going to go quite deep on these parts and come back to that as well. So nice and deep there. It's quite a red, dark red. The scent is gorgeous. Bath & Body has a new check. We don't have that here, Tammy. They're an absolute nightmare for that kind of thing. We used to have in the UK, when I was a teenager, Sephora. And then they disappeared, like as quick as they came, they went. And I loved that shop. And I know you've got that in the US as well, because I love makeup. And I was gutted. They used to have one not far from where my mum used to work. And I went in there when I got my first wage, and I bought some makeup. And then I went back to go again the next month, and they're gone. And apparently it just didn't take off here. So I'm surprised that Bath & Body Works has not tried as well. But no, not at all. And I love my American. We laugh. I call myself a British American because I don't watch much British telly. I love American everything. Everything. And I wish we had half the stuff that you guys had. I'd be in my element. Okay, so that's all I'm going to do. You're a Sephora agent. I love it. I know. Okay, so that's got to dry before I go in with detailing. So what I'm now going to do... Oh, I've missed out some of her bow. All right, so come back. I'm going to go back to this one. I missed out a bow, look. Silly me. That's a good thing. You could just pick up pigment because it's water and then go back in. And then if you want to, deepen it up again, get your pencil. Oh, that smells nice. Sounds like it smells nice. That's what I was looking for. You know when you got it in your head and you're like, oh, I can just imagine that. There we go. So she's got a deep colour. I know, right? Oh, thanks, Guy. We need that. You're opposite. You like everything. I've realised that most people in the US love the UK and most people in the UK love the US. Should we just swap? Should we just swap over? Okay, that needs to dry. So I'm going to now get some ochre colours, like a gold. And we're going to go for a goldy colour now. It's funny how we process things, isn't it? Yes, Japan, China, their stuff. Like, I'd just go there for just a shopping trip, I think. If I won, like, millions of pounds, it's never going to happen. But, you know, one can dream. No, I wouldn't want to be a millionaire. I just want to be comfortable. And that sounds ridiculous because we all laugh and we all say we'd like it. We would, but we want the security side of things. But if right, this is a good question. If you won money and you'd done your house up and you bought yourself, you know, what you needed, what is the first 5 items? Let's do this. What is the first 5 art items that you would buy yourself? Let's do that question. That's a good question. The first 5 arty items that you would indulge in. Hit me. What are you going to get? I know the whole ones are going to be in there for some. There you go. I was the first to say it. It's a good question though, right? I think it's it's one of those questions that gets you thinking. So you've done all your stuff for life. You don't need your life stuff. You're thinking about your art stuff here. Holbein's is going to be like top of priority of most. Pan pastels, Loomies. Just in the meantime, while you're writing, I'm going to tell you what colours I've picked out. So I've picked up light ochre and hazel in the Supracolors. All the co-picks, that would be mine. Filming equipment, Susie, yes. You know what I'd get as well, Susie, with the filming equipment? A good video editor. Holbein's, light fast pencils, Jude, the rest are coming out soon. All the co-picks. Daniel Smith watercolours. That doesn't matter, Pickle. What would be the first one? You just head for the wish list because you've been given the chance. The museums, that's a good choice. I just watched Colour with Claire's review on that. That was good. A drawing tablet. Loomies. Polly's, Neo's, Clara's books. Have you not got Clara's books, Sky? All the co-picks. Supras, Luminance, Pablo's, and the rest of the co-picks. Open ticket to Canada and the US. I'd do the US for sure. Full set of everything, the extensions to store them. I like the extension. Why have we not thought about that? Okay, so I'm going to put the light ochre down, and light ochre is 032. And I'm also going to put hazel down, and that's going to be for the dark, and that's 053. Blick gift cards. Ooh. Daniel Smith watercolours, Copic markers, a new art studio, lots of art books and hundreds of colouring books. I'm with you. It sounds like heaven, doesn't it? Our plans are great. Let's make them happen. Well, so do I. Holbein's Pan Pastel set, Copic Supras, and a massive order from Etsy. Oh, why didn't we think of that? Etsy. Yeah. Okay, so we're going to go for the light. Make sure your brush has got no red left on it. Light ochre. And let's go on to here. This is just like hypothetically. We're not saying it to some people say, oh gosh, it's too much. No, this is just in a dream world. If we did and we was given the chance and we won the lottery and we've got our house is secured, our mortgages are paid off, your children are all sorted for life, all of that, hypothetically, what would you buy? That was the question. So why not? Life is for living. Yeah. We need a cleaner as well. Hiya! Everyone joining? Okay. Let's put our light ochre down. Be careful of the red because it's so easy to mix it. So just be wary. This is why the zig detailers are really good, because they are very fine and they get right into those details. So let's get that down there. The cushion, I think, will be in gold. So we'll keep to a sort of limited palette here. Okay. Then we're going to go to our hazel. And I'm going to drag in a little bit of that to shade. So just pull that pigment in. So I'm just wiping off in between and putting that down as well. Okay, there we go. So we've got some started. Hiya, Mia. Oh, Tanya. You wouldn't have to pay me for that, Tanya. So you wouldn't need the lottery for that. Yeah, Tammy, I will do. Of course I will. I'll go through it and put it in the description. Okay, so it's the light ochre again. There we go. Right, so let that dry before we go in. Let that dry. All right, so I'm better off writing this down then as I go along. Right, let me get a bit of paper. Oh, I'd be there if you wouldn't get me out of Texas if I went there. You wouldn't get me out of it. Okay. So the ochres, the hazel and light ochre. That was for the gold. It was scarlet, crimson, Alizarin, and safflower, the red safflower. Okay, so that's all we've used so far, right? The browns, reds, golds. Yeah, thank you. It just works together, doesn't it? And I think being that we're following a kind of oriental palette here, it will work quite well. Ah, May, that sounds like heaven. See, we could do that as well. That would be a great party. I don't think we get much colouring done though. Right, let's see. So whilst I'm waiting for that to dry, let's focus on her hair. Now her hair I'm not going to do in watercolours. I'm going to grab my Prismas. So the hair is going to be Prismacolors. And I'm going to grab black, of course. I'm going to grab a blue, and the blue that I'm going to pick is the Copenhagen blue. And that's all you need because she's only got a little bit of hair, and we're going to try and keep a nice shine to it. So make sure you got nice sharp pencils. And because there's only a small amount of hair, we're going to be quite lucky that we can use little strokes as well. Yeah, I did, Leonie. It's absolutely gorgeous. Hi, Natalie. It's a fast one today, isn't it, Loretta? Okay, let's zoom in. Right, so what we're going to do, Prismacolors, Copenhagen blue, which is PC 906, and black, which is 935, and we're just going to go straight in there. Right, so first of all, I'm going to pick out some blues. What do I want to put blue on? So I'm going to go from the top, and this is going to be like an undercoat, and let all that dry. I'm going to blast it with a heat gun shortly, but in the meantime, let's just let it do itself for a bit. So short strokes that we've used on all of our methods that we've done over the past few months. This is a light touch. We're not going heavy. Keep a shine in there because the whole point in this is that you've got a bit of a shine. This is just an undercoat. Hey, I don't know who that was then. Oh, hi, Becky and Steve. So just short strokes, and if I bring it up, you can see it's just minor. There's not much. It's just a minor amount. Yeah, but you got the books now, and the books are so much fun. Okay, so just little amounts, and I'm just picking, you know, where the black already was pre-existing. I'm going over that. So all of these black areas that are already put in there for me, I'm going to keep that. Now I want that shine in the middle, so I'm not going to bring any of the black down there. I'm going from these tiny black areas and dragging some colour into that. So very, very small amounts. This is quite a heavy lay down of black there as well. So you can just put the blue. We're going to go in with black. There's no point in worrying too much about that. You're only going to see, this is why you do it first, you're only going to see a hint of it. The whole point in the blue is you see a hint of it popping through, and it's not going to be the colour of her hair. Lou's coming. You don't need encouraging her. She's there. Ah. See, this is the great side of the live stream. So I know if you're watching this back, it's not, you know, you feel like you kind of, it's not relevant to the conversation for you. But with the live streams, there's so many people that have made such great friendships. It's great. Right, so that's just the Copenhagen blue. It is just a small lay down of it. Can you see? If I do it that way, it's not a lot, it's just to shine through. And now we're going to grab the black. Now I just got to hold the paper. The paper is super thick and toothy, and you want to see a hint of that. So leave some areas. We can come back with our blue after. And you'll only see a hint of it. We might even put a hint in some of the shine, but we'll come back there after. We don't need to worry about that at the moment. So just bring those strokes up. And as you come up, release the pressure of your pencil. You want to keep it as close to the illustration as what they've sort of given you and provided for you. Oh, Becky and Steve. Is it Becky or Steve? Which one am I talking to? Yeah, same here, Candice. Oh, tea. Any day and every day. Cup of tea. And I was showing Lou, because Mum told me, Yorkshire tea, if you're a Yorkshire tea person, they do something called a biscuit brew, which tastes like tea and biscuits. And I went to the supermarket and they didn't have it. I was so mad. That's Becky. Nice, Becky. Back to Copenhagen blue. Enjoy them. So just peeping through there, just a bit of blue. Not yet, Charlotte, I haven't, no, but I will get some. I might put that on my next shopping list, grocery list. Okay, so you can see it makes a difference and it lifts up the colour of the hair that was there already for us. So it's like these tiny little bits that come down, so just use your pencil, nice sharp pencil, and same with sort of here as well. Now there's some trim, but we'll sort that out after because we're going to shade anyway. So let's keep it how it looks with the shiny. And if you look at Asian and manga and anime, Connie, you know what, in terms of art list, I would get, it would just be the Copics, the rest of the Copics. But honestly, if I forget the art stuff, I would make sure family and friends are sorted, and I would have private healthcare to sort my back out. That's what I would do, and sort Andrew out, bless him. But if I had the art one, I'd say the full set of Copics. And that would be it. And any sort of Etsy binges that I like. Thank you. They were from Desiree, and mine all broke. All my nails like just chipped off and broke because of, they do. I've got lack of iron, lack of everything, and these are just like one of those nail polish strips. Yeah, I'll get a puppy. Get a puppy as well. Another Chihuahua I'd get for Chip, like a little brother. Okay, so there is blue peeping through, and you'll see it when you see the picture of it uploaded. But I really like just how it looks, and it's sort of brought it out. You've got some blue bits in there and some black. So again, with this little section here, there's like this trim. I'm going to try and keep that. This is the black Prisma. I'm just going to shade that a little bit. And now we're going to get some of the Supracolors back, but they're not going to be wet now. These are going to be used dry. So the light ochre, just to reinforce that shading, I'm only going to add a touch and leave that fade out. And then my Hazel, again, because it's dry now, I'm just going to reintroduce that under here. Because you can use them just to sort of bring it out. See, it really does make a huge difference. So the good thing is that Supracolor's done most of our work for us. That's dry now. So now we need our Prismacolor. I'm going to grab I think the Crimson Lake, isn't it? I think that's the colour. Hold on. I shall tell you. What's the colour? Is it Crimson Lake or Crimson Red? Hold on. Let's have a look. So Prismacolors. That's a nice deep red, isn't it? That's a shade. And we need our black. Black is an essential because it just shades the deepest parts for us. I think that's the colour I was looking for. Yeah, Crimson Red. All right. So I'm going to come in, not too much because our pencil, our watercolour's done the majority of us for us. It's done most of it. So I'm just going to deepen up somewhat on some areas only. And that's the key. You don't need to go over everything because watercolour's been our best friend here. It just brings it out a little bit. Oh, okay, Pickle. Thanks for joining. Have a good day. Or a good evening for us, isn't it? Okay, so Crimson Red is 924, and that's in the Prismacolors, and that's all I've used in all of the streams to do with this picture is Prismas and Supras, and Supras are doing most of our work, and the Prismacolors is just coming in with some detail, just some minor detail, especially on areas that I feel needs it. So not much at all. It just brings it out for us. Under this part is going to have a bit of a deeper section, and the same with here. Same with that part. So it really does make a difference. I'm going to grab, I'm still with my Crimson Red actually. Let's do our bow before I do anything else. And the same with this. Let's do some here. So it just brings out all that red. Now the bottom bit we're going to do a little bit darker. I think we use raspberry down there. So get your black. And this will just act as a shading tool for the creases if you want to keep to the creases. And the same with sort of underneath these areas. So, you know, the sleeves, just bring those out. Same with this side. Any areas that you would like to sort of give a bit of depth to. Under here as well. And it really does just add a little bit of a dimension to it. Hey, Christina. You're right there. So you can see it really is just minimal because I want to keep it as close to what we've done with the Supras as possible. So it's just to bring out some dimension to it, just some depth. So it just is the small details that make the difference. Are pronounced as the G word good. Oh, okay. Hey, Stacey. Thanks for letting me know that. I'm always terrible with butchering names, so I appreciate it so much. anyone, if I say anything wrong or I don't pronounce something right or whatever it might be, shout it out at me because I need to be corrected. Okay, so I think the Crimson Lake might be a tad darker. Let's have a look. Yeah, so we'll go for the Crimson Lake, and I don't know if I want a good shading one as well as a deep purple like. Yeah, Honor does have a channel, Honor Your Crafts. If you click on her 3 dots, it will take you over there. Okay, so a good shading pencil for reds is Black Cherry. This is Prismacolors. Let me have a sip of my cold tea. I don't mind cold coffee, but I cannot stand cold tea. Right, so now we're going to go on her skirt and we're going to focus on the pleats. So I've grabbed Crimson Lake. Crimson Lake is 925. And I will list all this in the description, all of it. 925. 924 is the one we used before, and Black Cherry is 1078. I'll tell you all what we've used. Oh gosh, Sky, I need a tea. Right, so Crimson Lake. Now my paper's dry, thank goodness, because I only had a damp brush. If your paper is wet, do not even attempt this. Dry your paper first. Grab your hairdryer or your heat gun and dry it off. But mine is nice and dry. It's not wet at all. So you'll rip your paper otherwise. I'm focusing on the pleat, so I'm going down one side of the pleat and fading out ever so slightly. So it's entirely up to you how you would like to do it, which side of the pleat you want to bring out. It's totally up to you. Yeah, they are so messy, renovations, aren't they? It gives me like, I have to stay away. I can't be around it because I want to get it done like now or tomorrow or yesterday, and it's just not going to happen. Okay. So again, I'm just sort of going to go down one side, keep with the pattern. There's no real big, you don't have to be very tidy with this, put it that way. There's no real big technique to this bit. You just make sure that you've got your shading going. And as you're coming up, you're fading out. Fade out your pencil, lessen the pressure of your pencil, and it will work. It goes fine for you. Yeah. Hi to anyone that I may have missed, because we've got 112 people and I know I would have missed people. So thank you for joining me, and for the lurkers and the workers and the sleepers and the everybody's. So we're just going down the pleats and introducing some shading into that. The same as coming up here too. I'm going to add a little bit of dimension up these pleats, but I want that a bit darker. And just going to add that in also. Now at the top, I want to bring that down. This is going to be darker in general because it's like shadows slightly. So just go along your pleats with your pencil like that, and it just automatically lifts it for you. Now these parts we could come back with a Supracolor if we wanted to, but I'm just going to I'm holding my pencil like that. So on the very edge of my pencil, just allow some texture in. And it's minimal, it's barely touching. Okay, so let's add some of that down as well. And the top, just keep going, keep bringing in a little bit more and a little bit more. And I'm only going, when I set that pressure, this is what I'm doing. So you see how light that pressure is? That's going dark. You're building up layers, because then what you can do is go again. And if you wanted to deepen it, you can go again and then again. And as you build up, can you see the difference? It really does make a huge difference. So start off light and build your way up. I think if you go in too dark too soon, it's harder to take away. You can't. It's harder to come back from. So just build them up and build them up and build them up until you're happy with the complete result. Thank you. Mel G, I do. I've got a couple more. I've done more or less all of them. I've got a couple more to do, and then yeah, I do swatch them out because then you get a good view of what you've got. You know, if you're looking for something in your head, instead of keep doing it every time to find that right tone, get your swatch book. And then you've got it there in front of you. It's a good thing to have. And I think especially now with the channel, I need to do that. It really does help me. So, you know, I sit here in front of you now and I've got this all here, so I know exactly what I want to pick, you know, and I've done it for most of my sets. Now, I haven't done it, sorry about the camera there. I haven't done it for everything. I've still got to do a couple, but I also write down combinations. That's the 24 set. That's dual brush pens, polycolors, Kuritakis. It's good to have so that you can go and have a look through and see what you're looking for, because then you can find it. Okay, so I'm still with my Crimson Lake, and I'm just bringing in just a little bit of that down. Now this part here is a bit darker, so we're going to add that in as such. And don't worry too much because your Supracolors have done the majority of your work. You're just adding a little bit onto it. That's all you're doing. I just think that these kinds of things will help you in the long run, so you know what's in front of you rather than having to just keep searching every time you're picking pencil sets up. I do as well, Mia, big time, but they help me. So that's the reason I do them. They really do. And they help you because otherwise I would be spending more time looking for colours on stream than it being already done in front of me. Right, now I'm going to grab Black Cherry Prismacolor PC 10778. And now I'm just going to deepen up where my darkest areas are going to be. And as you can see, I'm just going in strokes, really. I'm just deepening. Oh, be a bright. You can have mine to do. I've got... Lou helped me out with some of the colour cards, bless her. She's done all the colour cards, but the pencil sets that she's had, she's done for me. She's given me a massive head start. I've still got to do the Supracolors. That's why I'm not using them today, because I've still got to do them, and I'm guilty of not doing them yet, but I've had a lot going on. Once I've done them all, there will always be colour cards in the screen, always. But for this colour, this particular page, I haven't got them because I've not done the Supras, so that's the only reason they're not in the screen right now. Only reason. Otherwise they would be there. But I will have them done. I have them all written down in my goals, and I'll have them all done for us so that we have always got them. Okay, so that is pretty much what she's going to look like. So I'm swatch and start. Oh gosh, I can't stand it. Yeah, well, they're nice to look at. I absolutely love looking at them as well. So on a bigger scale, you see the colours that we've got already. It's very oriental. So I'm just going to grab my black for a minute. Okay. And we're going to just deepen up this bow. And it's got like these tassels, so I'm just going to shade a little bit into them. So bring out underneath of the top. You just make sure that there's a difference. Like this would automatically sort of cast a bit of a shadow on her dress. So just going under that, and it just makes a difference. Thank you, Brenda. So we are going to keep this as close as possible to the water medium that we've got. Right, so I think with this table, they're peaches, I was told. They're peaches, so we've got peaches to do. Let's do the peaches. Well, that's just as it is for now. Okay, so we're going to go back to Supras. There we go. Let's go back to our super colours. And then in the new anniversary set, we have the fortunate thing of them being quite peachy tones in there, because they've also got apricot here. So that's in the original. Let's go for that. Okay. Let's have a look. The good thing with these are kind of last you forever, these pencils, because you don't need much. Right, there's some gorgeous tones. There's light flesh. There's Herculaneum red. And there is portrait pink. There's some nice colours. Right, so peaches. Let's look at what we've got. So these are the types of colours for peaches, and they are large peaches, I believe. Is that right? And I'll tell you as I always do, step by step, what I'm doing. Okay. Let's have a look. So let's go to, they're large peaches. So they're quite a pinky tone. Look at that. And they've got a slight tone in them. That is so pretty. Can you see that? That's what they look like. All right, Lou. Can you see them? So this colour here would be more fitting. And then it's got this it's got an apricot tone there in the middle. Gorgeous. Okay. So the majority of it is actually the pink. So this is the colour portrait pink. So hold on, let's write these down. So peaches would be portrait pink. I'm just writing them down for you so I can put it in the description for you all so you can follow if you want to. Apricot. I think that's all we need. We don't need 3 colours. Okay. So we're going to put down portrait pink. Let's put that down first. And I'm going to go to the very tops of them. And the same with sort of round. Come to the very top. We can go back in after. And you see I've left out there like bits. So I'm also going to put in apricot 041 into the very middle. So your colour mixing now. And again, go back to your portrait pink and just sort of plonk on the colour how you want them to be. So this is not how it's going to look. You're going to put your water. It will change everything. There we go. Okay. So grab your water brush. Make sure it's clean, completely clean, nothing on it. Yeah. And then it's damp, and we're going to start to move the pigment, wipe off, and mix together. We're going to come back in after, but get your sort of colours on the page first. Let's bring that down, wipe off, mix in the peachy tone. Let's go with the pink, wipe, the peach, which is the apricot, wipe, and keep with the pink. And straight away we've got a base coat down. Now it's really hard to pick that up against that, but you'll see it in a minute. And then let's wait for that second. come back to my portrait pink. I'm going to go to the pencil. And pencil again. Just go down. This is a damp brush, not a wet soaking brush. Then I'm going to come over to my apricot. And I'm going to muddle that in. I'm going to do the same to that side there and there. And just layer up. You know, when that's dry, we'll layer it again. Just keep layering up. That's what it is like magic. It really is. May, you're right. It is magic. I love seeing things come to life. Okay, back to apricot. And just like that, you've got a set of peaches. Hold on. Let's see if it's going to show up. You've got a set of peaches that are like tutti fruities, and they just go. You're kidding me. They shouldn't be that much. They're so cheap here. They're like £3. Oh, me, you're so sweet. So that just needs to dry now. Then you know these cherry blossoms we've got up here. Now we left them as that, didn't we? I'm going to come with my portrait pink in a minute. And we're going to add around a little bit more depth and bring them out of the page that tad more on certain areas because it's dry now and we can. See that? It just really works. Yeah, it's called Find Colour, or on 70 East Books. I've linked it in my if you go to my last stream on this, so it was a Thursday stream, I've linked in the description the products and the book, and it will take you to 70 East Books on Etsy. I'm not an affiliate link for any of the links, not at all. So you don't have to use my links, honestly. They're just there so you don't have to hunt them down. So if you go to my last video from Thursday, go to the links and it will take you straight over to the book. So you won't have to hunt. You can find. What's my favourite colour, Connie? Black. No, it really is, but it's not a colour and I know that. I'm going to sound quite girly. I like pink. I do like pink, but not a like candy floss pink, like a deep, dusky pink. But I love black. I love wearing black. But I like these types of pinks as well. Just dusky pinks. Yeah. All right, so those. Well, we got the ones at the bottom. We're still with our portrait pink 582, and I'm just going to add a touch into the middles, and I'm just going to bring out some of that colour. Connie, you know I'm so plain at home. I like neutral at home, and I like accessories and like greys and black. And I like a baby pink and grey together, but my home is very neutral. I'm like a very plain person, and I've got like black and white. That's my taste at home. My home does not reflect my personality in that sense. I like things to be minimal. I like things neutral. I'm very weird like that, but I love things to be colourful. Strange, isn't it? But my home is very neutral. Very. But that's how I've always been. What about you guys? Has anyone got a colourful home, or are you quite neutral as well? Or does your home reflect you? It reflects me in my minimalistic taste, but it doesn't reflect me as a person. No, Mia, no. Yeah, same here. Oh no, I just like plain. Plain. Right, we've got to do this table. So I think we're going to go with a dark wood again. Thanks, May. Oh, Loretta, yeah, see, that's another thing. I can't do all the decorating because of my back. So I don't, you know, it doesn't really reflect me as a person at all. Yeah, black and white, honey. I'm the same. And like beiges and browns, I've got like just neutral. Very neutral. Tan colours, I love them. My bathroom's tan. Okay, let's go for a dark wood. So we're going to go for an umber, and we're going to put a bit of a reddy tone in there as well. And then I'm going to go quickly pop the kettle on because I can hear my voice starting to get croaky, which means I need a bit of I need a bit of something. Right, so back to the Supracolors. Now this one, dark umber, is a dark colour, you can see. Oh my goodness. That's awful, Loretta. I hate the sounds of things like that because I know I'd be devastated with a house fire. Okay, so I'm going to put it on my board and I'm going to mix. This is Umber 049 and Dark Carmine in 089. And I'm going to mix the two together to do like a reddy brown. Can you see that? This is why I love these boards. So that's got like a red tone to it. Now if you want to add more you can, but for now I really like that. So I'm going to start off with this side just to begin with here in this corner so we can see what we're doing. So I'm going to come down, I'm going to wipe off and drag out just to start with. So put some pigment down, wipe it off and pull. So let's get our first layer down. Yeah, that's it, Loretta. And safety, you're okay, you know, but that I'd be devastated all the same, you know. But what can you do? Life throws you these things and you move. You have no better choice but to move with it. But that's I'm sorry that you had to go through that. So you see, it's really a nice colour. And I'm going to put a little bit more red in there. So I'm going to come back to my red there and insert that in that middle plank. Back to my brown there and put that in between on these areas that we've got underneath her dress. And it's a nice colour. I like that. So we're going to go back again and deepen it up. But for now, that's coming out quite nice. Yeah. Oh my gosh, really everything's purple. That would be KP. So if you don't know who KP is, KP Colours, she's got a YouTube channel. Go over. She's brilliant. She loves her purple. And I can just imagine her having a purple palace one day. So just be careful about your arm into things. Wipe off and drag. Okay, so bring the pigment in again. Wipe off. Drag that over. So be careful. You need a thin brush for this. If you're doing it with a paintbrush, do a thin brush. Wipe off. Drag again. And then just keep inserting some colour if you really want to. I like purple. It's not my favourite though, but I do like it. I do like it. It's such a deep, rich tone, purple. Okay, so we're going to go up to this part with that. We've got a mix of umber and dark carmine, which is really working for me here. I love it. Okay. And then we're going to come to our reddy tone in the middle, which is this one here, which was our crimson alizarin, which is the middle, and we're going to insert it in just the middle plank, and we're going to deepen this up in a minute. And with watercolour, you can reactivate. So anything that dries on your board, reactivate it again. Oh, thanks, Anna. Yeah, same, Jude. There's certain colours. So I love pink, but I wouldn't want a pink house unless I have a little girl, then I can live my dreams through them. So that's what I shall do. Okay, so I'm going to put down a little bit on my board of the umber, and I'm going to get a bit black. And this should just deepen it up for me a little bit. So just a touch of black, only a touch, and you'll see why. So mix the two together and it'll just deepen it up to like a really dark, dark brown. Can you see that? That's like super dark. And that's what I'm after. You'd love a pink house, Mia. You'd be like a Barbie. Okay, so we're going to go for this dark. Right, just bear with me a minute because I'm just going to hit the wire. Just one minute. I just had to move the wire out of the way. So I'm coming up to this dark mix that I've just done. And I'm just going to drag that out, come back up and pull that over here as well. So we're going to have slightly separate sections. Colour mixing is so much fun. Okay, so wipe off, and pull. Right, you see that? It's kind of like a dark. Now, this is just the start of. I mean, you know if Caran d'Ache's colours are the same across the product line? I think so, Connie. Yeah, I really do. So you've got Neos. You could do it with that. These boards have a little hole for you to hold. So if you're standing there and you're mixing, you know, it's handy. So I'm going to come back to my mix here. And we're going to go for round 2. And pull that colour up. Again, I'm going to do that on this side. Pull. And then pick some more pigment up, wipe off a bit. It really is fun. This part's fun. Oh, thank you, Christina. It's so much fun. I'm having like a great old time here. Okay, and then, oh, I just went over the line, but don't worry about that. Right, so that is one part of that done. Now we're going to come back, but I'm going to mix a bit of my dark into there now. And I'm just going to touch some into this top area. Wipe off and pull. So you can pull pigment all the time. Just pull it. Again, I am not an expert, so I'm just showing you how I do things. Right, with this Crimson Alizarin, this one, reactivate it. Just get your water on it. That's all it needs. And put that into the middle. Do it again. Just pull some in. And the same with that. Can you see how much that comes to life? Oh, Connie, I just need to cuddle him. Oh, it's Christina, Rebel or Rogue. I know that from your Instagram. And I know your picture by now. It's Christina. I'm not sure yet, Tammy. I might do it like this. My brain, I'll show you. Let me zoom out. Let me, hold on. Let me zoom out a minute because I'm going to quickly pop the kettle on anyway. And we're going to do this today. You know, on these pictures like this, here, can you see there's like a washed water ground, let me move this because I don't want to put it in there. Okay, so you know on these types, they've got like a washed watercolor background. So I'm trying to try and find one that's got one that I'm sort of thinking about. like these. So it's got like a very washed watercolory look. That's what I'm sort of looking at. I think it fits the picture. And a lot of these have that wishy-washy look. And I think based on the tones that we've done, it would go really well. So I'm just kind of looking through. Like this is beautiful with that sort of wishy-wash look. But the tones, I'm just trying to see. Even her backgrounds is that watercolor washed out look. I'm trying to do it so there's no shine. Can you see that? The backgrounds. And I think that would be quite a beautiful thing to be able to do, because look at the colours on this. So we've got the golds, we've got the reds, we've got the ochres, we've got the browns. And then you've got this. You've got the ochres, the reds, the browns. Wouldn't that be amazing to be able to do that with this one? So it's a very washy look, which is, the board will come in so handy for that. Now I was just thinking, a minute before we continue. With this poster that you get with it, I'm just trying to see. I've pretty much, and I just realised that, but I forgot we had this. Now, you know the picture we're doing is on this. Can you see that? That's her version. So I can't get any closer because it will pixelate. But she's done reds, blues, browns, and ochres. How bizarre. But she's done her cherry blossoms a little bit more red. We've done our version, but she's not got a background on hers. So it might be one of the most washed out backgrounds, I think. Because you know, like on this one here, look at those cherry blossoms with that washed out look. It's beautiful. Honey, no, really? Oh, no. You should have got it with it. So, bear with me. I'm just going to pop the kettle on and I will be with you. Okay, so I'm just going to put these on the page. 2 seconds and I'll be back. Oh, thanks, dear Brian. Oh, thank you, Tammy. You're so sweet. I'm quite liking the colours, I must admit. The colours work. back. Sorry about that. I really needed to get a tea. And while I was at it, I just grabbed Dumbo to flip through after for you. Right. You like the sign. Hi, Victorian honey. Sorry, you came in when I was just going and grabbing a cup of tea. I needed a cup. I could feel my throat getting drier and drier and drier as I was talking. I thought, oh my God, I'm going to sound like at the end, you know, like a yeah. Okay, let's crack on. So what we're doing, if you're just joining us, is using Supracolors. We're using Supras. Hey, Joanne. And some Prismacolors, but mostly Supracolors. So what we've done today so far is the peaches, which I'm just going to deepen up a little bit. We've done, we're on this table and all the detailing. We'll do the cushion. I don't know if we'll get it all done today, but we'll give it a good go. Just Yorkshire tea, like a normal cup of tea with milk. No sugar. Okay, so we've done quite a bit today so far. And I'm enjoying it immensely. I hope you are too. And I'm just kind of giving you my tips that I have found. And I know Victoria here as well. No specialty, Mia. Victoria here loves her Supracolors as well. So I know that she can give you some tips and tricks and really good information on how she uses them as well if you ask her. They are such a pleasure to use. Oh, I used to really like peppermint tea. It used to set on my tummy. Right, so we're going to get back to our table. We're just going to deepen that up a little bit. So I'm going to just, you know, this colour that we've been doing, we were using Umber. And we were using a touch of dark carmine. These are Caran d'Ache Supracolors. I'm not using anything else on this. And we mixed it together to make like a reddy brown, which is the reference that I really wanted to use. So, oh no, they're lovely. Oh, you had surgery, Tanya. Yeah, you said. Are you okay now? You're feeling much better. Jacqueline, hey. Right, so I'm just going to put down a start again of this dark carmine and umber. Now, if you want to mix Supracolors, you're best to buy a board of some kind. You don't have to buy the Caran d'Ache board, although I thoroughly recommend it. And the reason I recommend it is because you can do, if I bring that over here, you can do all your mixing on it and it lifts off. It grabs your pigment of your pencils. It just grabs everything. Any watercolor that you want to use, it grabs. The only downside to it is if you leave watercolor on it too long, it does slightly stain, but that's no problem. But you know, they're not too expensive. I think they're about the 11 British pounds mark, so it's not too much. I like coffee. Thank you, honey. I do like coffee, but I'm a bit of a coffee snob. I don't like instant coffee. If I like a coffee, it's like from Costa or Starbucks, and it's yeah, just yummy coffee. But the only hot drink that I can drink cold is coffee. Tea, I don't like iced tea or cold tea or I love Starbucks as well. Oh my gosh, coffee with caramel sauce is so sweet. No, I'm with you. Instant coffee is not coffee. Okay, so with that dark umber, you know these little tiny bits there? We're going to put that into these like wooden detailed, like it's like a decorated part to the table. and the middle is going to be gold. So let's going to put that down first. No, I've never been a fan of instant coffee, I must admit. Not my cup of tea. Excuse the pun. Oh my goodness, you bought the Neos. You're going to have so much fun with it. Oh, I love cinnamon. Ginger tea is quite a hot sensation down the throat. Oh no, honey. No, no, no. You need to get yourself some Starbucks coffee. Do you guys in the US have Costa coffee? God. What gets us talking? Colouring and food and drink, eh? What are we like? Okay, so I'm just picking up pigment from the board at this minute in time. This is just, at this moment, it's just the umber. I've not mixed anything in with it yet. I'm going to in a minute. Because you've got to be very, very careful with that last bit. No Costa. See, Costa's, if you had a Costa and not a Starbucks, you would prefer that, I believe. I think it's just got something over Starbucks, but Starbucks is good. It is. For a cup of coffee, it is, I must admit. Right, on those little bits, we've got that mix, haven't we, of umber and dark carmine. So all I'm going to do is add a touch in, not much, just a bit. And a good thing with colour mixing, you can be selective on how much you want to add in as well and how much you want to mix together. And you can change the colour, you can change how it looks, you can layer up. There's so much you can do with colour mixing. It's amazing. Hey, welcome back, Nicotina. Welcome back. All right. Now, we are going to do this little plate, and I think I might just keep it in theme with the blues that we did there. And I believe that we used the colour in the Supras. Just dropped. It would happen, wouldn't it? Hi, Dev. Hold on. Oh, okay. Oh my goodness. Connie's just, I love bearded dragons. Look what Connie's just sent me. I love her beardie. Look. Oh my goodness. Connie, I just need him. I need him. I need him in my life. Okay, so now we're going to go over to the colour Permanent Blue, Supracolors still. So we had Umber, didn't we? Umber and dark carmine for the table. I'm going to add this all in the description after. Look, I'm writing it all down for you. And this plate, I'm going to keep in theme with the vase. So I'm going to add a small amount in. And again, the key, in my opinion only, I'm not, as I say, I search all the time, I'm not an expert. In my opinion, the key to this is less is best. And you can pull colour. So you can see I have put colour one corner and the next. Oh, this paper is best with, you will find, Victoria, this paper is best with these. I find them best with the watercolour. You're going to have so much fun with your Supras and your Neos. You're going to love it. But it's so thick. It's toothy. But you have to put, I think, you have to put some kind of base with a water medium on this. It just is amazing. There's no buckle. My paper's not buckled. There's no buckle, and I'm finding that the paper is much, much, much nicer with a base in it. And take care, Brenda. Thanks for joining. You enjoy the rest of your weekend back as well. Okay, so damp brush, and you see there's so much pigment to this. If you pull it all the way, it's going to look like one solid colour. So wipe off and keep the majority of the colour to one side. And then underneath, you can go back to your pencil and just on that very fine line, keep that dark. Now, if you want to go again and add anything darker, wait for that to dry because that looks like one solid colour otherwise. No, it's not Connie. And I absolutely love little Oliver. And you make sure that you rest up after your surgery. And good luck. Good luck. Okay. So now I'm going to pick up Pain Grey 508. And I'm just going to add a hint. Just to make it dark on the sides. And it has a difference then. No, not this one. Not at all. This one is so thick. I can't describe it. It's like cotton. Can you hear? It's like a cotton paper. It's got a tooth. It's like cotton. It's thick. It's so durable with the water. It's amazing, amazing. But it would be, if you don't like texture, you won't like it. If you want everything looking smooth as in Supernatural as a baby dolphin. Oh my gosh, I love that. If you want it as smooth as a baby dolphin, this book is not going to be for you. But if you're okay with a bit of tooth, perfect. Right, so I'm going to grab my... Thank you, Joanne. Thank you very much. I'm going to get the colour Ochre. And I'm not going to put it to there. I'm going to put my brush to the tip and I'm going to plant in some colour. Now, I'm going to drag that pigment into the middle. So go to the corners and drag. And we're going to go back in again. So this is just to get the colour in. So this is our little golden squares. Let's call them squares. Our decorative squares. So just dab it off. Yeah, so just putting like our gold in now. You're going to make yourself a cowper hazelnut. See, that sounds nice. Hey, Katrina. You don't have to explain. You make sure that you look after yourself. It's fine. No need to explain, Katrina. Get better. Right. This is Ochre, so 035. And use a small amount, wipe and drag. Yeah. So small amount, wipe off, drag, so that you've got a variation between more pigment and less pigment, if that makes sense. Hey, Gabby. Hiya, Nana Glamour. How are you? How's our glam? Okay, let's put the colour. I'm going to grab Chestnut 057. Glamour. Oh, what are they called? Let me write that down. Etsy. Hold on. They are called, one moment. Hold on. Favor Reads. Favor. I will check them out. Thank you. Any recommendations? Chuck them at me. I'll always go on a list. You had a nana nap. Oh dear. Okay, so we've got Chestnut 057 again, just to the tip, and plant some in. So we've got the ochre. We're going to do a variation now, like it's a slight golden with a brown like hint. I don't know how much we'll actually. I don't think we'll finish it off today. I was hoping that I would, but I might have to finish it up on the next one, I think. But that's okay. And then we can start a new one on the same stream anyway. Well, not the same stream. I'll end that one and start a new one kind of thing. Okay, so tip, drag, touch the tip, add it down, drag. Yeah, it is small. Thank you very much. Take care, Jude. Thanks for joining. Take care, Brenda, and you. Thank you so much, ladies. I appreciate your time. Okay, so again, touch, wipe, drag, and it will have a little tiny variation where you don't then have to go in further. Right, our table is nice and dry, so I know that I can shade now. And also, whilst I'm thinking about it, you know our peaches that I said I need another little coating of the colour? That's what we're going to do. But I'm going to do a slightly darker top of peach going down. So I'm now going to add salmon. Heather, you know, I was sitting here thinking about this. Now, it's the $1,000,000 question, isn't it? What colour is she going to do the cat? And I'm just like, oh my gosh, I don't even know myself. Now, the page has it as brown, and like a browny grey. And I'm kind of thinking along the same lines, like brown. Thank you so much, Katrina. Now, I'm thinking maybe I want to do it the same-ish and go with this like browny colour. So I might end up doing that. Hey, Angela. So what I'm going to do now is grab Salmon 051 and I'm just going to go to the very tops. I'm going to add some of my pink back as well. So just going to add some, not much. I'm barely touching the paper. This is all Supracolors at the moment. Hey, Grace. And then I need a pink. So, you know, we were using our portrait pink. We're going to go back to that. Sorry about my arm. My big arm in the screen there. I have black white, so I cannot colour black tones very well. Brown, so yeah, like we could do a brown. We can add some black in to deepen. Okay, and then I'm going to go for portrait pink as well, just around, not all. Don't mind too much about the mess of it because you're going to mix it with water. So we're going to deepen them up a bit. Grab your brush, grab your paper tissue. Oh, thanks, Nana. I'm having a great old time. I absolutely love doing picture. Oh my gosh, I just love this hobby so much. Okay, so I'm going to bring that pink in and I want it to fade out because we've got our apricot there, haven't we? And we want to keep that. So it's just to deepen it up a little bit, just to make it look like it's peachy. Ah. I want to roll with the puns. Angela, this one. It's called Find Colour Fluorescence, I think, by GuGeLi, G-U-G-E-L-I. Yeah, lurk away. Like magic. That's right, like magic. Yeah, I'm fine with lurkers. I don't mind. Righty, so with our black Prisma, okay, we're going over to our Prismas. Black Prisma. Let's deepen up between each little individual shelf. You see how different that has made already? That's all you happen to do. So at the bottom of each of these shelves, I'm barely touching it. And already what a difference that makes. It just brings it out. Aww. Are you enjoying them, Kyra? You own 6 black and white cats. Oh. Yeah, I'm happy you're here, Joanna. Thank you so much for joining us. And I hope you feel welcome as well. You're always welcome. Okay, so black just brings out some detail. So we're going to go around that way. And don't forget, everyone, you know, there are other streamers as well, or just people in general who have got channels. So you can click their three dots beside their name. It will take you to their channel, but you won't leave the stream. So, you know, there's no fear in that. Okay, so I'm just going to go around this edge and I'm just going to deepen that up there a minute. And that has made such a difference, that table. Yeah, thank you. Bye, take care, used. So let's do the cat. Oh my goodness, we're already on the cat. Should we do the cushion or the cat first? What should we do? I'm just thinking. The tassels could be red, couldn't they? Well, Katrine, should we do the cushion? You're saying you're gonna. I know everyone's gonna talk to me now and say, "Do the cat." Oh, Nana, see you and Christina. I know I'm gonna have more that's gonna talk to me and say, "Do the cat, do the cat, do the cat now." So we've got 3 votes for the cushion anyway. Oh no, that's what I was thinking, gold with red tassels. And then I was going to actually do those in little blue beads. Oh, it's nice, Nana, it goes smooth. It's nice, honestly, it's the best. Okay, should we do the cushion quickly? Because the cushion won't take me long and then I can do the cat. Yeah, no, it's lovely. I actually really like it. Hey, Alejandra. Right, let me get my pencils. Let's move this a second. Let's put away our pencils. He does, he has a little goldfish in his mouth. I don't think that's cute. I saw that when I first saw it, I smiled. It was just adorable. Yeah, it's got a little goldfish. Oh no, Tilly, it's funny, isn't it? Tilly's laughing as well, bless her. I don't know if you heard that. It's like a yes, they are. They are. Right, let's go for, I've got this kind of like sepia here, and I've got dark flesh, which is a brown. I'm going to get the burnt sienna. We're going to do a mix. I'm going to mix. We're going to mix it up. And I need a black to the darkest. Right. So that's the cat. I'm just looking at cat colours and then I'll do the cushion first. So the cat colours, I'm thinking along these lines. So it's like a brown. So it's like these 2 types of brown here. Can you see that? And then adding in some grey type of colour, which is the sepia, and then with an ivory black. That's what I'm thinking for the cat. Hey, Shara. If you go onto my last stream, not the one where I do the giveaway announcement, my last stream for this, there is all the links for everything. The pencils, the book, everything. I'm writing down all the colours to put in the description after, Connie, so you won't miss like any of the colours. Right, so the colours that I think I'm going to choose for the gold, and then I want some red tassels. So we're going to go for the not scarlet, we'll go for the other red, because we can always add, can't we? I'm going to go for the Red Lake Safflower. So these are the types of colours I'm going to go for, and then if we need to put a blue, we will do. Sounds good. They go down so smooth. Right, so first of all is light ochre. We've got hazel, burnt sienna, and then we've got our Red Lake Safflower. I will put all this in the description. I am writing it down. I'm writing everything down. Angela, no, I'm in London, UK. I wish I was somewhere warmer. Okay, so the cushion is going to be Okay, cushion is going to be light ochre. This is all Supras. I will list everything, don't worry. I won't leave any of the colours out. Hazel, burnt sienna, and the tassel is going to be red lake saff. I'm just going to write saff because I can always look that. Thank you very much. Belinda's Australian. Yeah. Right, need your paper tissue. You need your pencils. Let's start with our first colour. Don't need my mixing board. Not at this minute in time. All right, you got a good view, yeah? Just make sure you're all okay. Hey, Purple Lou. Yeah, no, I don't put cream. I put milk. Ah, thank you. Welcome back, Kate. Light ochre 032. And I'm just going to go now. All these little tiny sort of dots, we're going to go in with a pen after. Don't worry about it for now. Go over the entire thing for now. There's also a shadowing underneath the little kitten, which we're going to add with a black pencil to shade out. So just add your pencil in. There's no method to this bit because you're going to go in with your water. Your water will make all the difference. So you see how much I'm putting down? It's barely much at all. Is that nice, Honor? That's okay. So just go in with the light ochre over the, not over the entire thing, over the entire area that you want the most pigment, because you're going to drag pigment out. So I hope I'm explaining myself okay, and that if there's any questions, please just pop them in caps and I'll answer. Damp brush, yep. Yeah, it's never soaking. Look, can you see? It's only, you can't even see the residue. It's that damp. It's not wet. It's just slightly damp. Yeah, damp. So, way to make sure of that damp brush is just get your paper towel, just wipe it off. Now, go to your most pigmented areas first. You can wipe off in between. Wipe off before you drag so that there's a variation between light and dark. The darkest areas is going to be underneath the kitten. So bear that in mind because we're going to come with layers. We are going to come with layers. This is your first coat in. So wipe off as long as you can see what I'm doing. Take care, Joanne. Try the Supras or any water medium, Dev, I'd say, if you want my opinion. It's just my opinion though, guys. Like my word's not Bible. I say that. My word isn't Bible. My word is just from what I'm testing out. I tried the Prismas alone and it's too toothy. It just needs a base. So you can always go in with Prismas after like I've been doing, but I'd say that you keep with a good water medium first. Take care, Gary. Oh gosh, not in here, no. I will in another one, but not in this one. Oh, I'm sorry, Katrina. Okay, so I'm going to go back to my light ochre now. You can go to the tip because you can now add a bit more. And this thing you add, you can't take away. So start off small, work your way up is my method. Everyone's different. It's just my method. But there is a method in my madness and I just find this easier. Okay, so you see I've got areas that I've left quite light. Leave them for now. Oh, Miss Tilly is good. Do you want to see her earlier? Let me show you her. Hold on. Miss Tilly has been a mummy's girl today. Let me show you. So can you see? This is Tilly earlier. She kisses the camera. Sky won it. Sky, dreaming colour. That's Miss Gilly. No, she's talking because I'm saying her name. And that's my head. And she sits on my forehead like that. So, yeah, she's good. She's really good. Okay, so now I'm going to come to my Hazel. This is Hazel, a 053. Oh, I will do after. Let me finish my cushion. I'll go and see. Buzz was awake shortly, a little while ago, but only for a very short time. He come out, have some food and went back in. Right, so Hazel. I'm going to add a little bit and drag that out. Can you see? It's just a touch. Yeah, I will do in a minute. I will do, I promise you. Yeah, it's dry. It dries on this paper. You found a reader. This paper is like a sponge, and because you're not wet, you're damp. By the time your layer has finished on that side's dry. It is so thick, but you've got to make sure that you're seriously. See, she knew we were talking about her. You started her off now. Oh, nice. I can imagine that's quite sweet as well. She's a girl, so it's beige, but when it's not in breeding season, it's like a white, and then it goes beige above her beak. It's the cere. And on a boy, the cere is blue. Okay, so Hazel, and as I said, I've hardly got any water on my brush, so I'm mixing out. Okay, so can you see? Now we're going to go back, and we need an even lighter colour now, so we might even pick up like a cream. So I think I will grab, no, I don't want cream. Let me just see what this colour's like. One second. Yeah, okay. So I've just picked up pale yellow 011. I just need to get some on my brush, and I'm just going to blend into the light areas with the colours that we've put down. And again, my brush is barely wet, so that it's dry. Like, my paper is not wet, only what I've just done is slightly damp. Yeah, so we're going to bring some more light ochre in a minute. We're just blending in. Come back to my light ochre. I'm going to blend into that light because I really want the underneath of the kitten to be the darkest area. Sorry, I was just trailing off them thinking, because, you know, trying to think and do, sometimes my words get stuck in my mouth. Anyone have that common problem? Again, lazy-itis day today. So if I bring that in, can you see that? It seems quite bright on the screens. It's not that bright. Let me try and put the colours down a bit. Hold on. Let's try down a bit. Okay. Thank you. Thanks, Lou. Oh, take care, Charlotte. Have a good time. Your 50th anniversary. Wow. Have an amazing time. Take care, Angela. Sorry, I'm going up. I'm just reading up. Okay. Yeah, they really, I mean, these pencils are great, but I'd say, honestly, take the time to learn your mediums and see what you can do with them, because there are so much things that you can do with them. Seriously, so much. Okay, I'm going to grab my burnt sienna. If that's one thing I can encourage anyone to do, like, don't be daunted by what you've got. You know, try it. Try and see what you can do and what results you can achieve. And I bet you'll be sitting there so happy with the end and the result, and you'll have fun. That's my issue. Just have fun. Right, so these, I'm going to grab the burnt sienna into these a minute, and I'm just going to drag out a bit. So just for now, we're going to add it into these little semicircles here, and then we'll layer up. So just put pigment in. Just put pigment in, and we're going to put those in red. So just pigment in and just drag it all out, yeah? Supracolor versus Neo 2s, they're pretty much on the same par. I'm just going to zoom out a minute because I think it's just gone all blurry, which is really annoying me. Let's bring you over that way. Is it better there? I don't want it to blur. Take care, Tammy. See you later. Okay, so grab your paper towel, pull your pigment out, and we're going to layer up one by one, yeah? So just add in, can you see how pale that is? It's super pale, super, super pale. So now what you can do is you need your paper towel, that is essential. Get pigment on the end of the brush, and where you want there to be light and dark, add it in. So it's just a case of mixing. So I don't want it to blur, and I've got a feeling it's doing that on this section. So we're going to have to try and roll with it. Let me know, guys, because if it is, I might have to come back in another part. Like, you know, stop this one and come back. So we're on this edge. Because I'm not going anywhere yet. I'm still here for the ride. What a difference from when you put paper first, then you'll pull from pencil. You just got a little bit more control. Hi, Gray. Sammy, did I get any new books? I did. I've got 1, 2 here. I was going to do a flip through right at the end. This one, the Dumbo Hatchet Heroes, because I absolutely love elephants. And the new Steampunk Special Colouring Heaven. Yeah, those two. I'll show you right at the end. Let's do the colouring first, because I'm really into this, and this is my favourite bit. Yeah, I agree. That's the fun bit for me. The colour, I wouldn't say it's massively different, Christina. I'd say that you've got more control over it if you've done it. Once you put it down on the paper, it's down. When you're putting it from here, you've got a little bit more control of how much is going down. You know, that's entirely just my opinion on that. I just find that, I know, Marilyn, I love him. Like, for instance, I'm putting it off there. I can control what's in there. If I put that down, it's already down on the paper. I like to do some of it down on large areas, on little areas, tiny little intricate areas. I find it easier to pull it from the pencil on intricate parts. So there's always a slight upside if you've got small sections to, you know, control it a little bit better. So I'm just going to leave that like that for now, because I'm going to add a little bit more in. So he's got like a goldy cushion. Yeah. 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 It's quite a strong pigment, and also you can control how much you put down. Okay. So then we want our, now I'm going to put it down, Christina. Yeah. So I'm going to put the Red Lake Safflower and 570 down like that, just on part, because I'm going to drag it. So select which parts that you want it on. Yeah, just like that. Can you see? I've only put it on some parts of the tassels. Now, paper towel. I'm going to mix that red in. I'll wipe off and I'll pull pigment over. Same with this area. I'm going to pull the pigment in. And already you've got a whole thing now. You can deepen that up, but we'll go back. So I'm going to bring the tassel there, pull it off, damp brush, not wet at any time. I've not had a saturated brush. I've never had a wet brush on this. It's been damp because I'm finding that this paper, particular paper, is just like a sponge. Yeah, same here. Okay, so let that dry before we go back in, and then I'm going to go back to, I'm going to get a blue. I'm going to get a deep blue, like a rich blue. Hold on. Are you still with the ride, guys? I'm sorry, I know it's quite a long stream again, but I'm just trying to get as much done as possible today. Okay, I'm going to pick up Prussian Blue 159, and I'm just going to go to the tip, and I'm just going to add that in. Right, it's wishy-washy at the moment. Yeah, Mia Bears, the Dumbo one. I got a Dumbo one. I'm going to give a quick flip of that very shortly. I'll try and get as much done as possible. But if you're with the ride, then fabulous. I just like to try and make as much colour in time as possible. You know, whilst I can, whilst the back has been a little bit kinder to me. So we've got a little bit of blue there. Yeah, that's why I don't do reviews, May. You know, it really is. Oh, don't chicken out. Go for it. Okay, Shara. You're here for the ride. So we've got a bit of blue in there. Now, that's mostly dry. So now we can go back a little bit. So we're going to go back to our cushion. We need our... Where did I just put my water brush? I just had it. How in the heck... I've got it in my hand. My gosh. Oh, my brain. Where's my brain? Oh, so we've got Hazel 053. Again, I've put a little bit more water to my brush, but it's still damp. And I'm going to drag out a little bit more. Now, that cushion is dry as a bone. Dry as a bone. I'm just going to pull that out. The most of the colour will be underneath this gorgeous little kitten. Yeah. There we go. I had it in my hand and I'm looking for it. I don't even ask. Okay, so we've got Light Ochre 032. Honestly, my head would be gone if it wasn't screwed onto my body. So we're going to put a little bit more of the light ochre. My page is not wet. It's damp. Okay. It's time for afternoon tea. I got it, darling. I know, we do, Christina. Sometimes the chat flies, isn't it? All right, so you see those little circles, they're dry. So I'm not going to worry about going in with any more brown. I'm going to pick up Crimson Lake as well on those tassels are dry, yeah? So Crimson Lake 925, so what we used in her dress, we're going to come down here with tassels. And we're just going to go along the pleats. Now, you don't have to worry too much because they're only small. I'm going to bring that tassel out a bit. And I'm just going to go around them as well. Just a tad, just like a tiny amount. Can you see? It's so small. And then these semicircles, I'm just going to grab my black cherry. Just be careful. Make sure your paper's dry at this point. If you go in there and it's not, you're going to rip your paper. So make sure that your pigment that you've put down is dry. So I'm just going around it. So we're going to get a gold gel pen over those anyway and just go around the circles. Okay. So you know all those little tiny dots, we're going to get a gel pen to those, but you've got to make sure that your paper's dry first. So in the meantime, let's go for the cat. So the lightest colour on the cat is going to be the dark flesh. And the dark flesh is 50% at 746. Yeah, so let's write these down. So it's the cat. It's dark flesh. Remember, you can buy these in singles. You don't have to buy the entire set. Right, so I am going to just go straight in with a base coat. And I'm going to go underneath the cherry blossoms and bring it to this area here. Can you see where I'm coming down? I might have to zoom in one. I don't know if I'm zoomed. I am zoomed in. If I bring you down, guys, you're going to go really blurry, which I don't want. Yeah. So I'm going to bring you to there. As long as you can see what I'm doing, I'm good. So dark flesh, 50%, with a little tiny fish in there. So I'm going to do that as a goldfish in orange. Sorry, May. And I'm going to bring some of that colour around the edging. And I'm going to stop there because I'm going to bring another colour to the middle of the face. So as long as you can see what I'm doing, it's all good with me. I'm not in chat for a minute because I'm just going to put the colour down. I'm going to bring that to there. Now the whiskers we're going to draw in with our Prismacolor black. So for now, just go with putting the colour in. So this is our base colour, yeah? Base. So I'm pressing lightly on the page because you don't want a huge amount of pigment. Oh, he's got a little belly. Look. He's got a little tubby belly. Oh my gosh. And just get that colour down. And we're going to drag pigment around anyway. When the water is going to do the work for you. Oh, his little belly. Oh my goodness. Frank's belly, bless him. Okay, get your damp brush and now pull pigment. See, that is like a brown colour, isn't it? I'm going to keep some section light and white. Wipe off, drag to the middle, wipe off, go round, wipe, wipe, drag in, wipe off, and just keep doing that. We're going to layer up. This cat's going to be layered upon. Wipe off, wipe again. So that is more or less nothing in the middle, yeah? So it just, you're dragging around at this minute in time. Oh, pinky belly. Oh, he's adorable. A black pug and a pink belly. Oh my gosh. So just pull it around, wipe, pull it, wipe it off. Just keep going. Right, this part's going to be a bit darker, so keep the pigment as much as possible in those areas. And the little belly, we're going to give him a pink belly on her. So we're going to leave the brown, but have a pink tint. I need to find a pink now. What can we put? Ah. Oh my gosh. I'm going to grab the salmon and I'm going to give it a pink belly now. So you need to make sure there's enough pigment on the end of your brush. Oh my gosh. Oh, I love it. We'll have to do that once more, but we have to wait for it to dry first. Okay, and then the paws are going to be like this grey. I'm going to put a greyish tone to that. Okay, so let's drag that around, wipe it off. I want the middle to be light. And then I'm just can you see how quick I'm trying to move this so that it doesn't dry? And it's easier to move. See? So we've got a base coat. No, I can't do that. But I can make sure that once that's dry, we can add a little bit of detailing in with the brown. We're going to do it. Right, with that, what's dry? Let's check. Okay, the head. I'm going to grab Sepia 50%. So we just use, hi Claire, we just use Dark Flesh 50%, which is 746. Now we're going to use Sepia 50%, which is 906. So let's write that one down as well. We're gonna start to plant in some stuff now. We're going to start to make this cat come to life. So Sepia 50%. And if you are not long joining, the original we found here. We found it on this poster, and I can't zoom in. So we found the original. Can you see that there? Wait. There. We found the original, and that's the colours, and there was no background. So we've done this instead. We've done an Oriental. Take care, Grace. We've done an Oriental paneling. We've done that rose, really dark rosewood. Yeah, congratulations, Claire, on 20,000 followers. We've done the Oriental vase, the Oriental themed clothing, and we've stuck with the same colour palette. Right? So we're still with me. The book is called Fluorescence, Find Colour by GuGeLi. And the mediums that we're using are Supracolors by Caran d'Ache and Prismacolor pencils. So I will write everything. I'm writing it down on what we're using so that I can put it in the description. So we're still here, still here. Right, tip of the brush to the tip of the pencil time. So now we're going over to Sepia 50%, which is 906, and we're going to have a decent amount on our brush. And now we're going to deepen. Now you're going to need your wiping off technique to come in handy here, because you want to deepen, but you don't want it to override. So we're going to put it to the tip. I'm going to put that there beside me, guys. And the same with the inner ear. I'm going to give that a little bit of a pinky tinge as well. So the darkest areas is going to be used with the sepia, and the lightest areas we're going to give a little bit more of a pinky belly. Oh, take care, Mia. Thanks for joining. You have a good day or good evening. Okay, so we're going to go over to these areas under the cat and drag the pigment around. So your watercolour mediums are doing all your blending really for you, and your layering and your mixing. You're layering up, but it blends out. Your water blends your mediums out. So we're going to bring that pigment down here, and we're going to add a tad more in. Remember, damp brush, not soaking wet. You got a damp brush, then you're absolutely fine. You're good to go. So we're going to move that pigment into the middle. Again, I'm going to pick some more pigment up. I'm going to get it round, and I'm going to drag into that middle bit. You see that? It makes a big difference. Okay, so again, a bit more. Now this towel, I'm going to darken up. So I'm going to make sure that I'm not dragging my pigment out. I want it to be quite deep. And the same with on the underneath here. Now I'm going to bring some down into the leg more. So you see, it's starting to make it look a bit more. Well, I keep trying to tell myself that, Connie, and I just fail. Okay, so let that dry. Tilly, what is your problemo? Okay, so we've got Salmon 051. A nice amount on your brush. Don't flick your brush because you'll flick it all over. And I'm going to put a touch into the ears. Take care, Connie. Thanks for coming. Don't worry about Tilly. She's having a moment. She'll soon stop. And the pink belly. Okay, so we need a faint grey. Oh my gosh, Tilly. Sort yourself out, chicken. I'm going to go for light grey 003. So 1 second. I know, can you hear her? She's a blooming diva, I'm telling you. So we're going to go for light grey. I'm just writing it down. 003. And I'm going to go for the tip, and I'm going to start to make sure there's enough on your brush so you want to see it. And I'm going to put that into the face. I don't want it to be white. This is very, very faint. But the good thing is that you can layer up if need be, you know, and you can add another grey if need be. So I'm going to give a little pink nose as well, but we'll do that last. So into the middle of the chest. I know. It's a tiny little fish. I'm going to do it orange. I'm going to do the paws with the light grey. Oh no, that's so cute. I'm just going to do a little bit of, let's make sure that that's in the middle. I'm going to do a little bit of green in the eyes, I think. Okay. So just let that dry for a minute. Let that dry because it's just water mediums for now. We haven't put any details. Oh, I love doing it, Nana. I love doing it. Right, we're still with the ride. Let's get a bit of orange. Oh, that tea's vile when it's cold. Ugh. Oh, thanks, Claire. Do you know what we used? I'll show you what we used. We used a panel reference on Google. So I used this. So it's like an oriental paneling with like golds, that dark wood and reds. So we kind of went with that theme with the gold, the ochres and the dark wood. And I thought, all right, it's not going to look exact. I'm never going to be an artist, but we can get the colours as a reference and our inspiration. So we went with that. Thank you, my dear. Right, fish. Little fishy, little fishy. So we're going to go for orange and we're going to go for vermilion. So we only need a tiny little bit on this. So again, paper towel. Paper towel's your best friend. I'm just going to put the orange down. So it's orange 030. Oh, Connie. Oh, Shara, I wish, but thank you. I'll pay you later. Orange. That's all right. I'll pay you as well, Nana. Okay, vermilion. So we've got vermilion and orange. So the orange, first of all, we're just going to move the pigment around. Can you see it's just like coated it? I don't know if you can see that. It's just tiny, tiny, tiny. Hey! You ordered the book. Oh, well. He can shout. It doesn't matter. Okay, we're going to get vermilion. And we're just going to add a hint of at the top and at the bottom of this fish. So let it dry and you can build up on that. So just at the top and bottom. I don't know if it will pick it up. But it's just a tiny little bit. Our lovely cat can have a hint of burnt sienna as well. It is a very cute book. I love it. I love it. I love these Asian books anyway. Right. If anyone wondered, you know, people were asking me, I can show you at the end. I'm not in a complete rush. I'll have to go in about 20 minutes because I've got to walk Chip. But if you wanted me to show you the AliExpress books that you can get for like £26, and I can, I won't give you a full flip through because there's a flip through on the channel. But just to show you the types of, you know, Asian pictures that are out there. And this was from AliExpress, so it's free shipping. Right, because I've got to hurry up now because I'll do the background, I think, and come back next time and do all the detailing and finish it off. And then we'll start a new one as well the same day. Does that sound good? So I'm going to get burnt sienna and I'm going to start to add a hint of this now. So just a hint. Don't flick over the page because you'll flick pigment onto your paper and you'll be so mad with yourself. So it's got tiny little eyebrows and eyelashes, and don't forget the whiskers. We've got to do those as well. Let's put a hint of burnt sienna. It's so Thank you. Dash, I've got flip throughs of them. I'll point you in direction, but I just want to show you. I haven't got any new books, but if I've got a series of flip throughs to do during the week, so keep an eye out for them. As long as Sharon doesn't, you know, pass away this week, which is not looking good, but then I'll be around and I'll do flips. Okay, it's my absolute pleasure. This is, for me, this is joy. This is utter joy, you know. But of course I will. So I'll have a look through, and if there's any books that I think that I've not showed, I'll do a flip through of them. Is that a deal? Deal or no deal? I missed that. Okay, so I'm just adding a bit of burnt sienna. Not much, because we've got other colours going on. It just adds a hint of it. It's like a touch. Hi, Lulu. Thank you. Oh, you got puppies. Claire, it's a damp brush. Damp brush is not even buckling, really. Look, can you see that? There is hardly a buckle in there. Damp. Damp at your museums. Claire, it's a revelation. Claire, you need to put your museums on this paper. Ah. Yeah, I would if I had a cat. If I was a cat and I had a fish in my mouth. Right, so burnt sienna, we're just adding damp brush. Don't oversaturate the brush, that's the key. Okay, let's add a little bit of hint of that. There we go. Oh, she must be so uncomfortable, Dash. Oh my gosh, bless her. Right, last thing. What did I say I was going to do? We need to put the details in, but let's go back to our dark flesh 50% 746. And let's just make sure that we've got a complete, on the rest where we haven't put the burnt sienna, let's just deepen up that cheek a bit. Oh my gosh. I know. Now, I watched her review and they are the ones that, and I don't need them. I don't. I'm so happy with what I've got. But they do look gorgeous, don't they? And I will say Caran d'Ache now. I've got these. These are Caran d'Ache. They are like no other. Caran d'Ache has got quality. But then again, it's what you make of anything, isn't it? And I say this all the time, you know, if some people can't afford them and some people can't get them. And that's fine. That is absolutely fine. So there are alternatives out there. They are. Right, so that little fish, I'm just going to deepen up the orange a second. So not the vermilion, the orange. We're just going to go back over very, very slightly. And then back over to the vermilion just on one part here and one part here. So see how small that is. So leave that to dry. We need to put some details in with pencils, but that's what we've done with our watercolours. So our watercolours, we've got completely covered now. Now it's all about detailing. Oh, hold on. Sorry, guys. I just got a text from Vicky. Okay. I'm going to finish this up in a minute because I'm going to give her a call. But, yeah. We're going to let that dry. We're going to finish all the details off on our next string. And then we will be wrapped up on this. And then we can start something else. Okay. That's throwing me off a bit. Right. So we've got black. I'm going to get my black Prisma. Just be a bit careful. Make sure that your paper's not wet. So we just put in that. Ah, thank you. Yeah, no, I'll go very shortly. Yeah, no, it's not good, but it's not the worst. So, yeah, I'll go in a minute. I'll give her a call in a minute. Okay. Yeah, hold on. Sorry, guys. Just bear with me. Bear with me. 2 seconds, I promise you. Yeah, I've just messaged. Right. Let's quickly do the eyes and then I'm gonna make a move, guys. Yeah, I know. Thank you, Anna. Right, so I'm just gonna grab emerald green. And I'm just gonna go around the edge. And then I'm gonna say goodbye, guys, for today, and I'll be back. Hopefully, if I'm not back, you know why. Yeah. So if I'm not back on Tuesday, you know why. If I am, then I'll let you know anyway. I'll put a little thing up on the community setting. Right, so I think that's nearly dry. Let me just go in the middle with the black. And we'll come back and do the detailing on the cat, yeah? And we will do all the fur. So I'm going to leave it there, sweetheart. And sweethearts, shall I say. And I will see you all Tuesday as long as everything's okay. Is that okay? So thank you so much for joining me today. I've had an absolute whale of a time. We have almost finished. We've almost finished. So lots of love to you all. Congratulations to Sky Dreaming Colour. Yeah. And I will speak to you all on Tuesday if I'm around. If not, you know why. So take care, everyone. Thank you. Lots of love. Bye.